Shine so bright, she's caught in the glimmer. 6 deep in the sprinter. Shine so bright, she's caught in the glimmer. Shine so bright, she's caught in the glimmer. Shine so bright, she's caught in the glimmer. 6 deep in the sprinter. Shine so bright, she's caught in the glimmer. Shine so bright, she's caught in the glimmer. Shine so bright, she's caught in the glimmer. 6 deep in the sprinter. Shine so bright, she's caught in the glimmer. Shine so bright, she's caught in the glimmer. Shine so bright, she's caught in the glimmer.
Sandwiched between Mazeroski Way and the Roberto Clemente Bridge, welcome to PNC Park. MLB The Show has action out of the NL Central. It's the Chicago Cubs going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Today, all eyes are on the mound as we've got a pitcher who's been absolutely on fire lately. In fact, in his recent outings, he's been nearly untouchable, Singy.
Oh, you're not kidding, Boog. Opponents have looked lost against this guy, and the way he's pitching, it doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon.
The Chicago Cubs going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to go. Our starting pitcher in this one, Paul Skeens. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris.
Yeah, this guy's been real stingy, man. Not allowing guys to play the game, just keeping them at home plate. I mean, just ridiculous sub-1 whip. I mean, he's dominating hitters, and a guy like this on the mound, one of the elite starters in the game. Right now.
John Birdie leading things off and takes the strike.
0-1.
Ball one
That's
there.
a ball.
Next pitch is outside.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Line drive ripped down the left side towards the left field corner. Around first, heading for 2. And it's a double to start the game.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Nicky Lopez up to the plate. Curveball over for a called strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit.
Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. Here's the throw to the plate. Safe at home, and the runner scores from second. And it's 1-0.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. A big game for him last night. He had 4 hits in that one. Singy, maybe some nerves getting the best of him in the first?
Well, it's hard to know exactly if it's nerves or not, but he just doesn't have it right now. Those hitters on the other side, they're going to say it's nerves and use that as a competitive edge to try to jump on him even more.
The 1-0. That one in triple digits.
1-1.
Tucker, who's been an all-star and a Gold Glover. Nobody out. Runner at first. And that catches the low inside corner. Good fastball.
1-2.
That's perfect location right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Got him swinging.
Way out in front of that inside pitch there. Just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with 2 strikes. You want to let the ball travel. Make sure you recognize it. Try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the 2-strike approach.
Seiya Suzuki, the next to hit. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon. First offering misses badly for ball 1. Fastball the inside corner for a strike. Lopez at first, 1 gone. High in the air, out to right. Hauls it in for the out.
Batting 5th, left fielder.
Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. And no doubt a big factor in this series so far, Nicky Lopez.
I don't know what it is, but this guy must really like hotel beds or something. Maybe it's the free water in the room, the chocolates on the pillow when you get back from the ball game. Whatever it is, he's batting over 400 on the road this season. I mean, a lot of guys are their best at home, but somehow he really manages to raise his game when he's away from home. Really impressive stuff.
Ian Happ, the next to hit, takes outside.
1-0.
1 run across in the frame so far here in the second game of the series. Next offering is fouled back.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Oh, look at the stop. It's there, and that's a great play. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now 1-0. Back after this on the show. Back here in Pittsburgh, pitching for the Cubs in this one, Justin Steele. What do you look for here?
Yeah, I want to see how he handles left-handed hitters in this lineup today, because coming in, lefties are batting over 300 on the year against him. So he's going to have to figure something out to get inside, keep them from getting their arms extended, and then once conscious of the inside pitch, be able to go with something away and finish them off.
Nick Gonzalez leading things off and takes a strike. Swing and a miss. 0-2 down.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Low throw, and he can't pick it.
Left fielder.
Well, as an offense, you want to get the crowd involved right away. Get that good energy working for you, but this time the defense does it for them. Always a great opportunity when you can get your leadoff guy on base to start the game, and it doesn't matter how it happens.
Ryan Reynolds here. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Runner at first with no outs here. Step off throw to first. Gonzalez back in on a dive. That misses
That's
the
the ball.
zone. And 1-1.
1-1.
Runner takes off. That's
Yeah.
in for a strike. Throw to second. Save. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Man at second.
No, that's outside. Ball. Ball.
In the dirt.
Counts full.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Now batting Key Brian Hayes.
Hee-haw.
Strike on the outside corner. It's
0-1.
One out and a runner at second.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That one outside.
Outside, ball.
And that's ball one. On the ground to third. Birdie. Zips it across, and they got him. We take a check of the Pirates lineup put together by manager Derek Shelton. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back, and for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double as a run scores on the play, and that ties the game.
He puts a great swing on that pitch and drives home the run, and that was always going to be a double, but the bounce over the wall just took the guesswork out of it right away. It was a nice swing.
So runner at second, 2 down. Up next for the Pirates, Spencer Horwitz. First pitch swinging.
Ball game is still tied.
No
they
balls,
can get
one
out of
strike.
this inning with a tie game.
Man on second, 2 down. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. The 0-2. Next offering misses down and away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Good job at damage control right there. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left. We head to the second from PNC Park. All tied 1-1. Back here at PNC Park, here's the veteran first baseman, Justin Turner. Skeens in his second season, 22 years old. And he's a former
Ball,
Rookie of the
that's
Year.
down.
Just missed. That pitch clips the outside corner. And the count 1-1. Our umpire behind the plate, Jerry Hillsdale. High praise for Jerry when we talk to people around the game.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Boog. He's very straightforward, very consistent back there. So most of the time, you're not even going to think about him. That's a good thing.
Ball.
And the sweeper misses for a ball. Chris, do players ever change their approach in meaningful ways based on who's umpiring, or is it good to just be aware of tendencies so you're not that surprised?
I'd say the latter, because pitcher's got to pitch to his strengths regardless. The hitter's got to hit to his strengths. So you're aware of it, but you have to just hunt for what you can handle.
2 strikes. Many times hitters looking out over the plate. When you're looking out over the plate, you're also going to let the ball travel a little bit longer. And a fastball zipped on the inside corner just locks you up.
Dansby Swanson,
0-1.
the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. And a strike right through there. That one, a triple
0-2.
digits. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Batting 8.
Now the Cubs catcher, Moises Ballesteros. And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Tied up here in the early going. Next offering is in for a strike.
0-2. No, that's down. Ball.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Score remains tied 1-1. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now here's the veteran DH, Andrew McCutchen. Steele back to work. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0. Swinging a foul out of play.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you get it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field not.
Happ gets under it. Makes the grab, 1 away.
Batting 7. Center fielder, O'Neal.
Here's O'Neal Cruz. Went deep in the ball game last night. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Well, you got the hitter
No
already
balls, 2
chasing
strikes.
that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
1 down, base is empty. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke
Batting
hard out of the
eighth,
zone,
the
and he
shortstop,
just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Here is Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. That to right. Tucker makes the play, and it's out number 3. Nothing across here this half. We played 2 full, all tied 1-1. New inning getting started. So up now for Chicago, Pete Crow Armstrong. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
There's the strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
And strike two.
Another 0-2 count
0-2.
right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Outside.
Ball outside.
And that's ball one. And that's down
That's
and
a
away.
ball. 2-2.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Back to the top of the lineup, John Birdie at the plate. And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike. That clips the corner. Up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Wasting no time. He's
batting,
2 for
second
2 now
baseman,
on the night,
Nicky
and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. One gone, runner at first. Nicky Lopez getting ready to hit. RBI single his last time up. Fouled off to the right. Next pitch is downstairs. Birdie over at first with one away. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And that'll get down for a hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds it second with one gone.
Well, that's one of those knocks where you almost expect to get some jabs from your teammates when you get back to the dugout. There are a lot of nicknames people have attached to hits like that. Blooper, flare, duck snort, lawn dart, etc. But whatever you want to call it, it's a knock. And those are the ones that'll make you smile as a hitter just about every time.
Ground ball to the right side. And it's just foul. That was close. Now the 0-1.
No, that's out.
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And the pitch. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Runners at first and second with one gone. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. In the air, right field. Frazier moving under this one. Makes the grab. Runner tags at second. And he's up to third safely with 2 gone.
Now, we'll see if moving up to third there pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a base hit. We'll see what happens.
Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. Flied to right his first time. And that's in there for strike 1.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Next pitch is outside. Hit hard on the ground to short. They get the force. Third out. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. All tied 1-1. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Right fielder, Adam Frazier.
And the first
Ball,
pitch
that's
misses
up.
for ball one. Fought off foul. Into center. Crow Armstrong running hard to get it. Makes the grab. Nice play after the long run. One away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Gonzalez
Ball.
in the box now as he looks at ball one. Second plate appearance of the day for him. On the ground to the
foul.
left. And foul ball. One out, base is empty. And there's a foul ball. Lifted in the air, right center field. Crow Armstrong moves after it. And there's two away.
Now batting, left fielder, Brian.
Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Brian Reynolds. His first at bat was a strikeout. There's the strike. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Two outs, base is empty. And 1-2.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
This to center field. Lopez makes his way towards it. He's there. He's got it. And that'll do it. Down in order go the Pirates. Still tied 1-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Ian Happ. Ripped into right center. Base hit. Around first. Digging for two. And one pitch into the inning. It's a leadoff double.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity. Right on top of it.
Here's Justin Turner.
His next home run will be the 200th in his career. It would be pretty cool to see it right here.
Hayes to first, and Turner is retired.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Dansby Swanson will hit next. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. And a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Late swing fouled off. Happ, the runner at second with one away. And that one upstairs, ball one.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Now, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
Little chopper rolls foul. Just
Low
missed.
ball.
Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2.
1-2 is the count.
That one
Ball.
missed.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Runner at second, 2 down. Top half of inning number 4. Just off the outside corner. And it's a full count. Pete Crow Armstrong in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. 3-2 now. Triple digits on that last pitch. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. And midway in the 4th, all tied 1-1. And we're back. Bottom 4 at the plate for Pittsburgh. Key Brian Hayes.
Key Brian Hayes.
High fly ball down the left field line. Hat makes the play. 1 down.
Now batting. Catcher.
Here's Joey Bart now. Doubled his first time up. And that is out of play. All tied up. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And there's a ball.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That's in there. Now 1-2.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger. And perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
Pat snags it for the 2nd out.
Now batting, first baseman.
And now the first baseman, Spencer Horwitz. He's 0 for 1. And that one fouled off. 2 outs. Swings through that.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Nope, that's low. That's a ball.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Struck him out looking. And 1-2-3 go the Pirates. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters are performed up to this point. Skeens back to work. Fouled off left side. In the air, left side. And out number 1 on the grab. Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. And next for the Cubs, John Birdie. And a bunt towards third. Throw, picked it first, got him.
Good stretch there to make the play. It looks like someone added a little yoga to their daily routine, if you ask me.
Here's the second baseman, Nicky Lopez. There's a strike. Lopez, 29 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. That's a ball.
1-1.
Tried to attack with the sweeper. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Up next for the Cubs, right fielder.
Here's Kyle Tucker. 0 for 2 in this one. Swings through that one for strike one.
0-1.
Next offering is fouled back. 2 outs.
That's a ball.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hitter has to understand. Probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Reynolds makes the grab, and that is that. 1 left for the Cubs. Halfway home, all even, 1 apiece. Back here in Pittsburgh,
Leading
and now
off
the
for
DH,
Pirates,
Andrew McCutchen.
designated hitter, Andrew McCutchen.
And a foul ball. The pitch to McCutchen.
Nope, that's outside. Ball.
Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Birdie fires over to first. And McCutchen is out.
Now batting, center fielder, O'Neal Cruz.
And now here is O'Neal Cruz. Struck out swinging his first time. Now a screamer into the outfield. Crow Armstrong pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, the shortstop, Isaiah
Kiner-Falefa up to the plate. In for a strike, 0-1.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Tosses to first. That takes care of Kiner-Falefa. And the Pirates go 1-2-3. Offense held in check there. Back here at PNC Park. Now it's the DH, Seiya Suzuki. Tap foul at the plate.
Well, here's a fun fact for you, Boog. Suzuki is the first Japanese-born player to homer in 3 consecutive plate appearances in the majors. Feel free to use that note in your next Cubs broadcast, buddy.
Skeens ready to fire now.
Ball, that's in.
Outside corner, there's a strike.
This game has been so tight. Feels like the next team to score will win it.
Just off the outside edge. And now it's 3-2. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour. Ian Happ up to hit. The Happ Daddy.
Ian Happ.
Well, both sides equally as strong.
So not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Liner, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's
next
not
for
always
the Cubs,
easy seeing the ball off the
baseman,
bat.
Justin
Something to
Turner.
improve.
Here's Turner now. 1 home run shy of 200 for his career. And the Pirates manager making his way to the mound now as he will make the move. Paul Skeens will depart, and that was a start he can feel pretty good about. Tie ball game, and new pitcher when we get back.
Now pitching
Carmen
for the
Michinski
Pirates.
gets the call from the pen.
Number
And he's
50.
been racking up strikeouts at a high rate this year, typically at least 1 an inning, so he'll be tough to get to.
Ball
No,
1 on a
that's
pitch inside. Turner with just 1 more homer to reach the 200 career mark.
You know, we usually talk about bigger numbers when it comes to homers.
There goes the runner. Pitch outside.
Ball.
Throw
On
to
the
second
tag,
and
he's
down. Fastball for a strike at 95.
2 balls, 1 strike.
On a line, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Nice
Now
job of
batting,
driving that pitch the
shortstop,
other way
Dansby
on a
Swanson.
line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it
No,
did,
that missed.
and
That's
he
a
did
ball.
it perfectly.
Swanson up to the
1
plate
ball,
for the
no
third
strikes.
time as he looks at 1 down low. And that
That
misses.
missed. That's a ball.
And now 2-0.
Struggled a little bit in this
balls,
one.
no
A
strikes.
couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
No, that missed.
That
That's a ball.
misses. 3-0. Moises Ballesteros in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. That one
Heck,
finds
what?
the zone, and now 3-1. With the go-ahead run at first, and we're the top half of the 6th. So now 2
That's
on
ball 4. Take your
and
base.
2 outs.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the
next
hitter.
for the
Man, you got to
Cubs,
challenge the guy with the fastball.
Moises Ballesteros.
And here's the catcher, Moises Ballesteros, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Oh, 0-2 now. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a heater.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, inside of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
And welcome back to the
Leading off
ballpark.
for the
Bottom of the
Pirates,
6th. Here's
right
Adam
fielder,
Frazier.
Adam Frazier.
On the ground to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Now batting, second baseman, Nick Gonzalez.
So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Nick Gonzalez. Swing and a miss as he was late.
And it really looks like these
0-1.
hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to
ball.
commit to one velocity and stay there.
Slap the other way, foul. And he can't come up with it. Still finds a way to get off a throw, and they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out.
Fielder, Ryan
Reynolds, the next Pirate to hit. A switch hitter batting right. Late with the swing there.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
And that's
a
off
ball.
The inside edge. And the count is 1-1. Out there to center. And it falls. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
On the ground to third. Fires over to first. Inning over. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one left. Seventh inning coming up. All tied. And we're back. And now the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. He's a guy, Chris, whose highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms in the sport. Strike one.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
That's the first out, the top of the seventh.
Now batting, third baseman, John Birdie.
And now, John Birdie. It's interesting he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. That one is gone. An absolute smash to left. And the Cubs have the lead now. It's 2-1. Singy, he's been battling all season long for that swing.
And I'm sure a big weight off of his shoulders, Boog. He probably feels 20 pounds lighter jogging around the bags. You see how he stays square to the plate. He takes a breaking ball that's away, gets around it, gets it up in the air, and hits a long home run. Not exactly the way that you teach it in the cage, but you'll take the result.
One out, base is empty. Now the number 2 hitter, Nicky Lopez. That was the sweeper, but it missed.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Bart makes the grab for the second out.
Up next for the Cubs, right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
And up next for Chicago, Kyle Tucker. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Ground ball scooped up, Ke'Bryan Hayes. Hayes to first, and Tucker is retired. That's the third out. One in the inning, and it comes from a rather unlikely power source. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Leading off for the Pirates, catcher, Joey Bart.
High fly ball out to center field. Crow Armstrong should have it. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Timing issues can snowball quickly, and that's what we're witnessing here. This lineup's inability to lock onto the pitcher's delivery is causing a few awkward swings.
Horowitz swings through it for strike one. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Ryan Brazier up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Number 43 also getting ready. In the air, left field. Happ heads towards it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's two
now
down.
Batting, the designated hitter, Andrew McCutchen.
Here's McCutchen. Pitches in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Now this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And that one fouled off. Here's the 0-2. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Nothing doing here for Pittsburgh. And they trail it here 2-1. Back here in Pittsburgh, we go to the 8th. Now the Cubs' 4-hole hitter, Seiya Suzuki. A new arm into the game, the righty, Colin Holderman.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Colin Holderman.
Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Steps on first for the out.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
So up now for Chicago, Ian Happ.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Right through there for a strike.
0-2.
Ouch.
That hit him.
He had two strikes on him, and he hit him.
Well, the bright side is that will help the on-base percentage a little bit, and that's a category no batter can ignore these days. OBP, OPS, well, maybe that'll ease the pain just a little bit.
Holderman checks over to first, and he's back. Fouled off down the right side. Next offering misses. 1-1.
1-1.
Now one missed. 1-run game. 1 out. 1 on. On the ground left side. 6.
Hey.
To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. First and second, 1 out. And here comes Dansby Swanson. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a strikeout. I think you attack him in this spot.
Outside low. Ball 1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And fouled off. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Boog, get back on track. His team needs him.
Now the Cubs catcher, Moises Ballesteros. That's too low.
No, that's down.
1-0. And another ball.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Knee high, that's in for a strike. Swing and a chopper out to short. They take the force out. That ends the inning as they squander a chance to pick up some insurance. 2 left on. Last half of the 8th coming up. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, number 43.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
O'Neal Cruz.
And there's a base hit, and that puts the tying run on base.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
And now the shortstop, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
Leadoff man is on. You got to be looking for the bunt here, trying to get him into scoring position. If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Snap throw to first.
Hey!
Cruz dives back in safely. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Saved at second, and he easily steals the bag. And the tying run is now in scoring position. So the tying run at second. Swing and a miss.
It might be time to choke up a little bit. Get that front foot down early. Maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
1-2.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Fights it off. You'll see another. That missed by a lot. The count now 2-2. Move to second. Cruz back on a dive. Man at second. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. The high heat too much on that one.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a two-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate, so very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Swing and a miss. That's strike one.
No balls. 1 strike.
Trying to hold a 1-run lead here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Pitch is in there. And it's 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 2 gone. So 2 down now, and here is Nick Gonzalez. 0 for 3 in this one. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. And that is the inning. Pirates leave 1. They're down 2-1. Staying in the game on defense, Nick York. He'll be the new right fielder after entering as a pinch hitter.
Nick York.
Well, one-run game. Here's the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. 0 for 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Joey Wentz gets the ball now. He's pitching on 2 days rest.
Now pitching for the Pirates, number 34.
First pitch swinging, and it's a knock.
Wentz. Now batting, third baseman,
So up
John
next,
Birdie.
John Birdie. He sent one out of here in the 7th.
Yeah, big moment in this game as well. It was a great swing, and one of the reasons why they're out in front and looking to add on right here.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Strike in there. Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw. One-run game here in the top of the 9th. Yeah, that's fouled off. Battling here as he fouls it away.
One, two.
In the dirt. He's in there. And on the wild pitch, he goes down to third.
Well, that right there can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball's gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it because you're already in scoring position. Well, he was sure there, and now he's only 90 feet away from scoring. Don't be surprised to ball on the ground to the corners that they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base.
Yeah, that's too high.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. That's a really good take, knowing you got an opportunity to drive in a run here.
Ball.
In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Now it's the second baseman, Nicky Lopez. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
Runner.
And now the runner breaks for the plate. Squeeze attempt misses. Out at the plate. He's out trying to steal home. That one misses.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And the count 1-2. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the 9th. Tap to first. Horowitz. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 1 hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. 2, 3, 4 set to hit in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Cubs 2 and the Pirates 1. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Porter Hodge.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
At the plate for Pittsburgh, Brian Reynolds. 1 for 3.
Reynolds.
That misses, and that's ball 1.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. 1-run game, bottom 9. And that's outside. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Ground ball right side. Lopez throws to first in time, and they take care of Reynolds for the out.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Ke'Bryan Hayes digs in now. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Right through there for a strike.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
Makes a sliding stop. Over to first. Nicely done for the out.
Just so impressed with the movement on that play. Footwork was excellent. Arm strength was there. And, of course, the most important part was getting the out.
So they're down to their final out. This is Joey Bart. First pitch, not close. A one-run lead, and the home team trying to pull it out. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
1-1.
They're down to their final strike. The Pirates down to their final strike. Up the middle. Sneaks through, base hit. And the tying run is on base.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there. Down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
Up next for the Pirates, Spencer Horwitz. And a little something extra at stake in this at-bat as he's hitless so far with his hitting streak in jeopardy.
0 balls, 1 strike.
With the tying run at first base, he's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on, drive it into a gap, and score that run from first base. Right now, they're looking for something, hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
Now running
Making a move at first, coming in as a pinch runner, Jack Sawinski.
Jack Sawinski.
Two outs. Tried to check his swing. Appeal to third. No swing. Just held it back there. On the ground right side. Down the line, and it's foul. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game.
Sometimes it takes just getting away from home. Players can sort of come together, connect a little bit more than they do when they're at home with their families, and that can breed to success on the field, as we saw in this game today. Excellent win by this team.
And your final score here today, 2-1. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
Difficult preaching is possible.
Que reflejan tu mirada, la noche tú y yo.
Burning in me from within. Concentrated thoughts on who I used to be. I'm shedding skin. Every day a new version of me, a third of me demented, cemented in pain, juggling the pros and cons of fame. I don't know how to make friends. I'm a lonely soul. I recollect this isolation. I was 4 years old. Truth be told, I've been battling myself, trying to navigate the rhythms fake, cynical about the judgment day. I did past like perfection last year, and it f***ed me up. Reincarnated on this earth for 100 plus. Body after body, lesson after lesson. Let's take it back to Michigan in 1947. My father kicked me out the house cause I wouldn't listen to him. I didn't care about his influence, only loved what I was doing. Gifted as a musician, I play guitar on the grand level. The more talented where I'm from, but I had to rebel. And So I'm off in the sunset, searching for my place in the world, with my guitar up on my hip as the story unfurled. I found myself with a pocket full of money and a whole lot of respect. While the record business loved me, I was head of rhythm and blues. The women that fell to their feet, so many to choose. But I manipulated power as I lied to the masses. Died with my money, gluttony was too attractive. Reincarnated. Another life, it placed me as a black woman in the chitlin circuit. Seductive vocalist as the promoter hit the curtains. My voice was angelic, straight from heaven, the crowd sobbed. A musical genius, what the articles emphasized. Had everything I wanted, but I couldn't escape. Sat me in fetal position, restricted. Don't know my family, I went wherever cameras be. No private planes for my insanity. Self-indulged, discipline that was my sentiments I needed. To me, and was like penicillin. Love, my happiness was in it.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Chicago Cubs going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates.
We stand tall, we push through, don't give up. We breaking the silence, so open your eyelids. Yeah, we breaking down barriers. You are not staring us. You can keep up with the pace. I am in love with the chase. You better get out my way. Please do not get in my face.
First pitch coming at you right after the break.
Losing is not in my face.
Almost ready to get underway. And today's starter, Mitch Keller. And Chris, he's hoping for some better fortune moving forward.
Well, I'm looking to see if he can increase the amount of swings and misses and perhaps get more strikeouts, because hitters are batting over 300 against him, and that means guys are getting the barrel to the ball. Exit velocity's got to be pretty good when you have that kind of batting average, so he's going to have to find a way to do something different in this one.
Now here is Nico Horner. And that's in for a strike. And this one is off and running. Lifted in the air down the left side. Reynolds gets under it. Makes the catch for the out. Time now for the Chicago Cubs lineup. And one to watch, of course, their three-hole hitter, Kyle Tucker.
Yeah, definitely someone I always enjoy, when I get a chance to watch him, whether he's hitting a game or even taking swings during batting practice. Man, this guy's always so focused on what he's doing on that task at hand. He's got so much attention to detail that when he steps in the box, his success rate is really high.
John Birdie in the box with one away as he takes ball one. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-1. One out, base is empty. And that one inside and it hit him.
Well, anytime one of your hitters gets drilled, it catches everyone's attention in the dugout. And you know what? It kind of gets you fired up.
Here's Kyle Tucker, having a good series so far at the plate with 5 runs batted in on 4 hits. Squirts away a little bit. The Pirates are going through a rough start so far this season. Next offering is in for a strike.
Yeah, just an awful first month. It doesn't have to be the end of the story. When I was on the 2001 White Sox, we started 8-15, but we finished the year with a winning record. You just got to play through it. It's a long season.
And the pitch. That one just misses. 2-2.
2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 2 out. Now here is Seiya Suzuki. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And it falls. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Ian Happ up to hit. 4 for 8 in the series so far. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1.
Strike.
First and second, 2 down. Here in the third and final game of the series. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Right down the chute, and the count 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
And a 1-2. Happ lays off. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And a good eye there.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Smoked on the ground a second. Gonzalez to first in time. And that is that. Cubs strand a couple. And now the Pirates will take their turn in a scoreless ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at PNC Park. And on the hill here today, Shota Imanaga. What do you have on him?
Well, coming into this game, hitters are batting under 250 against this starting pitcher. So it just shows you how effective he's been. He's been able to move his pitches around, add and subtract, change up the look so that hitters don't get too comfortable and start squaring up the baseball. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Foul ball there. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Ryan Reynolds here. 2 for 6 so far in the series. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Check swing, called strike. Kiner-Falefa gets his lead at first with nobody out. On the ground, a second, might be 2. There's 1. How about that double play?
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That's a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Key Bryant. Hey.
Key Brian Hayes, the next Pirate to hit. Hitless in the first 2 games of the series. He's 0 for 8. And a foul ball. Two out, space is empty. That one off the mark, and it's a ball and a strike. In the air, right field. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Andrew McCutchen.
And now it's Andrew McCutchen. 2 for 7 in the series so far. Swing and a miss, strike one.
0-1.
Two outs. Swing and a miss.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. So 1 left for Pittsburgh. Scoreless after 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's Justin Turner.
Justin Turner.
Keller, a former All-Star, 28 years old. And he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in Iowa. Hayes to first. Turner is out.
Batting 7th, the shortstop, Dansby.
And now it's Dansby Swanson. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. In the air, center field. Cruz moving under it. Brings it in. And there's 2 down.
Batting 8th, the catcher, Moises
Ballesteros, the next Cub to hit.
Too much swing and miss in his at-bats recently, striking out nearly twice in each of the last 5 games.
Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Gonzalez to first in time. They don't come any quicker. 3 pitches for 3 outs, inning over. And the Cubs are down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Bottom of the second. And here's the first baseman, Spencer Horwitz. One of the best in the game against right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, that's another story. Shota back to work. Singy, is this more common today? Guys really only succeeding against pitchers throwing from a specific side?
I think it's because you just don't get a very long trial period anymore. I mean, with the analytics and the numbers, teams are looking for instant success with the lineups that they construct. So if you don't figure it out quickly against certain types of pitchers, you're just not going to get those opportunities.
Breaking ball inside. Going to count 1 and 2.
This guy at the dish excels in 2-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Ballesteros down to first. Gets him. 1 away on a drop, 3rd strike.
Just a hammer. 12-6 curveball right there, Boog. That was exactly what he wanted to do with it. Not a ton of pitchers can throw a true 12-6 break, but he does. And you can't throw it any better than he did right there.
Next to hit, Nick Gonzalez.
0-1.
Nothing here in the bottom of the second. And he swings over the top there.
Ooh, Rusty Valentine umpiring behind the plate in this one. He has what you might call a tall strike zone, both at the letters and down below the knees.
Yeah, and I'm sure that helps a lot of pitchers we see today who like to work up, down, trying to change eye levels and swing paths.
Yep, exactly.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Usually when you see several pitches, you're going to get at least one that you might be able to do something with. But they didn't exactly challenge him in any way right there. And really, they just used his aggressiveness against him. I don't think he even got a pitch in the zone.
No, that's a good point, Siggy. He goes down on strikes, but not a single pitch was actually in the strike zone. And a swing and a miss.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Ball 2.
Swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
2 balls.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Close one, doesn't get the call. 3-2 now. Two down, nobody on. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
What a battle. It's not always easy
Batting
laying
it,
off a
the
3-2
catcher,
pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Andy Rodriguez now at the plate. That one fouled off.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Hit on the ground to short. Swanson tosses across to first, and that ends the inning. No runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left. We head on down to the top of the third. We're tied 0-0. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Pete Crow Armstrong.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
In the air, left field. Reynolds hauls it in, and there's one away. So the batting order turns over. Here's Nico Horner. Fly to left his first time. There's the strike. Ripped to third and caught.
He put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives don't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
John Birdie at the plate. Misses off the plate, and that is ball 1. Two outs. That's in there, and it's 1-1. Breaking ball gets the corner for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Just misses the mark outside the zone. Caught him looking for the K. Nothing happening there for the Cubs. And we're still knotted at 0. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Fielder, Tommy Pham.
And that one hammered. That's back. And it hits the top of the wall. And that's a leadoff double.
Everything came together for him. So close to blasting that one out of here the other way. But that's very tough to do when you take on the outfield gap like that. Beautiful swing, though. Let the ball get a little deep and drove it to the opposite field. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up to the plate. 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the first with a single. And there's a foul ball. Runner in scoring position, nobody out here in the last half of the third. Swing and a ball popped in the air. It's going to fall for a hit. Pham headed for the plate. He'll score. The Pirates take the lead. It's an RBI single, 1-0.
Well done. Drives in the run. You know what they say. He couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that. And certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there.
So digging in, Ryan Reynolds. He's 0 for 1. That one's in there. Strike one. To third might be 2. To Horner at second for 1. Relay to first. Double play.
They made that double play look
Now
so
batting,
easy, but it was
third
far
baseman,
from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Ke'Bryan Hayes. 1 for 1 with a single so far. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
No balls. 2 strikes.
That's to third. Birdie. That's the inning.
You're out.
But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 1-0. This is Pirates baseball on the show Pittsburgh. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling.
Kyle Tucker.
A little bit low, and it's 1-0.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the.
Now this one is hammered way back there. On its way and gone, and we are tied. He's up to 3 home runs in the series, and we are starting over. It's 1-1.
He's swinging a red-hot bat. This isn't the first home run we've seen him hit these last few games, and it probably won't be the last. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. Late swing fouled off.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Top half of inning number 4. Pitch misses inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Liner snagged at first.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
So up next, Ian Happ. Now he breaks his bat. Keller makes the catch, and there's 2 away.
First baseman, number 3, Justin Turner.
Now Justin Turner gets a chance to hit. 1 home run shy of 200 for his career. There's a strike. That one down the line. Slings it across, and Turner is retired. And that is the inning. Cubs get one on the solo shot. All even now at 1-1. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here in Pittsburgh, and now Andrew McCutchen.
The designated hitter, Andrew McCutchen.
Clips the corner, and it's 0-1.
You know, these Pirates, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
This to third. Toss to Turner. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Spencer Horwitz, the next Pirate to hit. He's 0 for 1. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Next offering upstairs.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Next offering misses down and away. Upstairs.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
And he walked him.
Up next for the Pirates,
Nick Gonzalez, the next Pirate to hit. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Fouled off. He was late. And that's a base hit. Oh, he throws it away. And this ball's going to wind up out of play. So a big-time costly mistake there.
Well, that right there is a pretty clear example of why making a clean, on-target throw back into the infield is so critical. But so many times it's easily overlooked. You can't be careless about it as an outfielder. Doesn't matter if you're throwing to a base or a cutoff. You have to give them something that they can handle. That cost them a run as a result.
Cruz stands in now and watches strike 1. Shortened the bunt and missed it. 0-2. Gonzalez, the runner at second with 1 away. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. In time for the second out. Good job to clean it up after the drop third strike.
Well, take a look at the three-pitch sequence here.
The catcher,
Pretty
number
simple
5,
in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter's going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Rodriguez now in the box.
No ball.
Comes
One
up
strike.
empty with a swing there. Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Next pitch is outside. And a foul ball. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And a 1-2 again. Good eye right there. Runner at second, 2 down. And that's downstairs. And the count is filled up. Tommy Pham waits on deck for Pittsburgh. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
When you go that deep into it at bat, the hitter usually comes out on top.
Next for the Pirates, the right fielder, Tommy.
Here's Tommy Pham. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at-bat?
And that's off the outside edge. And it's 1-1.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. 2 on, 2 outs. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
You know, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Keller back to work. And that one just missed off the outside edge. Swanson, a multi-Gold Glove Award winner, 31 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2015. That's outside. And a count 2-1. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. That one gets down for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now batting, the catcher.
Here's the catcher, Moises Ballesteros. Grounded out his first time up. And that's a little bit high. And that's ball one.
1 ball, no strike.
Tying run is at first. And we're at the top of the fifth. Next offering is in for a strike. And that one missing low.
Way to lay off that
2
pitch
ball,
down.
1 strike.
Way high with that one. And now 3-1. Pete Crow Armstrong in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, now he's got 2 runners on after that walk, and things can get out of hand in a hurry in these situations, so he's going to have to find a way to get back into the strike zone.
First and second, no outs. Pete Crow Armstrong getting ready to hit. That misses the zone. 1-0. Just missed. And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. First and second here, no outs. Swung on, belted. Cruz running hard to get it. He's got it. Runner tags at second. And he's in safely at third with 1 out.
The batter number 2, second baseman, Nico Horner.
Nico Horner will come up to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. Swing and a foul out of play. Swanson on third. Ballesteros at first. 1 gone. And ball 1.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Gets a piece and stays alive. First and third, 1 down. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That's just misses. And that's ball 2.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
And now the count is full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. John Birdie in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field.
5 foul balls in this at-bat so far, and these two are going head-to-head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch.
And it gets by him. The tying run is in to score from third. And he'll reach second with 1 away.
Oh, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
So 2 in scoring position with 1 out. And stepping in is the speedy John Birdie. Golden opportunity right here. And that one fouled off. Second and third, 1 away. Fought off foul.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. Second and third here, 1 away. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Base hit, 1 run is in. Fires to the plate, safe. And the runner from second scores on the play. 4-2 now.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
One down, runner at first. Kyle Tucker, the next Cub to hit. He's already homered here in this one. First pitch misses. Tucker recently taking home Player of the Month honors.
And what a show he put on last month, Boog. Really impressive work at the dish, and I'm sure his teammates and the coaching staff appreciate it. Great having a bat like this in the lineup.
Still only 1 out here in the inning. Into the outfield, base hit. Throw into third. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Another multi-hit game for him. He's been really hot lately. There was nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped. Caught out in front and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
And now it's going to be Seiya Suzuki, 1 for 2. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound.
Now pitching for the
So out of the pen
Pirates,
comes the right-hander, Dennis Santana.
Well, he's a big-time strikeout guy out there. This season, averaging more than 1 per inning.
There goes Tucker. And that is out of play. Runners are at the corners, 1 away. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Great spot to be in right here for the pitcher. You can either strike this guy out or get a ground ball double play.
Rolled over to third, Hayes. On to Gonzalez for 1. And that's quick work out of the pen. 1 batter, 2 outs, inning over. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Cubs 4 and the Pirates 2. And we're back. John Shambi with my buddy Chris Singleton is set to get us started. Bottom 5, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. And a fastball in there for a strike at 91.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Out to short, Swanson. Tosses to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Ryan Reynolds, the next to hit. And there's a ball.
1-0.
Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Turned on, but foul wide of third. Right through there for a strike.
1-2.
struck him out swinging.
Out.
Toss to Turner. Home half of the fifth inning, moving along. 2 quick outs.
Now batting, the third baseman, Key Bryant.
Here's the third baseman, Key Brian Hayes.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
That's in there. Strike one. And that skips in the dirt. The 1-1 is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 7 strikeouts for him. Bucks go down quietly. Still down by a count of 4-2. Top 6. So up now for Chicago, Ian Happ. That one finds the zone. Strike one. There's a swing and a drive. And foul as it bangs off the fence. And that is a good eye on a pitch down low. And the count 1-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. And he'll do it again. On the ground at first, Horowitz. And he handles it himself for the out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Justin Turner.
And it'll bring up Justin Turner.
His next home run will be the 200th in his career. It would be pretty cool to see it right here.
And that is in for a strike. It's 0-1. That's a slider for a strike.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
Swanson digs in. This one chopped to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. Here comes the new arm for the Cubs, Yency Almonte.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up, bring it up.
McCutchen up for the third time here. Watches that one miss. Movement in the Cubs bullpen. Ryan Brazier up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Number 43 warming up as well. And that one is inside. Pitch misses, and the count is 3-1. And he chases that one below the zone.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the
first
most
baseman,
confidence
number
in
2.
right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
At the plate for Pittsburgh, Spencer Horwitz. He is struck out and he is walked.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Checks his swing. Now an appeal to third. And yes, he did. He went around. On the ground, a short, could be 2. Flips it. There's 1. Plenty of time at first. That's a double play.
He's so good at coming across
Now
the
back,
bag and
second
snagging
baseman.
it with the bare hand to throw. I like the flair that he brings day in and day out.
So 2 down now, and here is Nick Gonzalez. And first offering is fouled off. Slider misses outside. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Two down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Just off the outside part of the plate.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
2 outs. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. Nothing doing here for Pittsburgh. They trail it here 4-2. We go to the top of the 7th, and now the catcher comes up to him. Moises Ballesteros. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Next one is off the plate. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And that's outside. Line drive, caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Pete Crow Armstrong digs in now. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. That's in for a strike.
He's so solid. Calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air.
That one outside. And the count even 1-1.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
And a 2-1 on the way. That's
Three
down
balls,
and in.
one strike.
Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. And that one is lifted in the air. Cruz on the move to the gap. That's out number 2. Man, is he fast.
It's so fun to watch.
The batter, the second baseman, Nico.
2 outs,
Horner.
base is empty. So here's Horner now.
So easy to look at the big boys in this lineup, but he has been a pleasant surprise all season long.
He swings and fouls one off. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. Tap back to the mound. Fires to first on the run.
You're out.
And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Cubs are down quietly, but they still lead this one 4-2.
Now pitching for
New pitcher in the game for the Cubs, Ryan
Number
Brazier.
54.
Hasn't pitched in the last 3 days.
Brazier.
Here's O'Neal Cruz.
For the Pirates, the center
Yeah,
fielder,
and I figured you would get
O'Neal.
Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. And that drops in for a strike.
No balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Oh,
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
That's a hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters
Now
with
batting,
2 strikes are
catcher,
willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
And now the switch hitting catcher, Andy Rodriguez. Pickoff move to first. Cruz back in on a dive.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
The tying run at the plate. Now 1-1.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Here's the pitch. Run around the goal. There's the ball. Throw.
Save. He's good.
Save. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball. Siggy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
Tying run at the plate.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball, just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Man at second. And that's a little bit high. Full count now.
That's a really good take.
Runner edges away at second. Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2. Now fly ball to right center. Brings it in. Runner tags at second, but now he won't try for third. Stays put with one away.
Up next for the Pirates, the right fielder, Tommy Pham.
Tommy Pham, the next Pirate to hit.
Well, there's a reason why he's at the bottom of the order. Struggling as of late, but a knock here would be a huge lift for him and for his team.
A swing and a miss,
Oh,
and
one.
that's strike one.
Well, a come-and-get-me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
No balls. 2 strikes.
Got him swinging for the K. In plenty of time to first, and 2 away now. Nice job behind the plate there.
Well, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there, he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
That's out to center field. Crow Armstrong should have it. Drops into the glove, and that will end the inning. So they can't do anything with the leadoff single there. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Cubs 4 and the Pirates 2. All set for the start of the inning. So up now for Chicago, John Birdie.
John Birdie.
Righty reliever out of the pen, Dauri Moreta.
Well, you see the ERA very solid, and that doesn't always tell you the whole story, but he's been really good so far this year.
Moreta.
Right through there for a strike. Moreta, a 6'2 righty, 225 pounds, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Next offering is downstairs.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1 and 2.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3.
The right fielder.
Now it's the right fielder, Kyle Tucker. He went deep back in the 4th. A pretty important swing of the bat in this ball game.
Yeah, Boogie, he didn't waste any time. He jumped all over that pitch and saw it the entire way. You talk about squaring it up. He didn't miss a stitch on the baseball.
That clips the corner.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
And takes low for ball 1.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Next offering is down low. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Good job to fight that one off. Very high with that one. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Ground ball scooped up. Ke'Bryan Hayes fires across the diamond, and Tucker is retired.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Seiya Suzuki.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Seiya Suzuki, 1 for 3. That one drilled left field. That's back there. And out of here. He flexes his power with that swing. his 4th home run of the season, and they add to the lead. It's 5-2.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
2 outs, nobody on. And next for the Cubs, that one ripped. And that gets down in the corner. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in, but he's in there easily.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Just a really nice job of turning on that pitch and smoking it down the line. And there's no one playing there, so once it drops in fair, you're on your way to extra bases.
So, runner at second, 2 down. And the batter will be Justin Turner. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. And the Pirates manager making his way to the mound now as he will make the move. Dauri Moreta done for the day, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching for
Caleb Ferguson taking over on the mound.
Number 64.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep them within striking distance.
Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle and a base hit. The relay.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Dansby Swanson stands in. Check swing, called strike. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
0-2.
Turner leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Next pitch is outside.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. They put 2 on the board on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors and 1 left on. Last half of the 8th coming up. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Ryan Presley.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Presley.
So digging in, Ryan Reynolds. 0 for 3 in this one.
Ryan Reynolds.
And that one is downstairs. Ball 1. Action in the pen down there. Julian Merriweather appears to be getting loose. Number 43, the lefty, warming up as well. And
that's
another ball. And a breaking ball misses outside. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
That one misses.
Thank you, base.
So a leadoff walk.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder
Now
the entire at bat.
And here is Ke'Bryan Hayes. And when you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. Foul ball.
This guy plays third base like he's a shortstop, and he welcomes the difficult play, can throw from so many different angles, and makes really tough plays look very easy.
Comes up empty. So what are the skills you look for that make a really good defensive third baseman that elite?
Well, Boog, one of the things I think about immediately are just the feet. Does he have good feet? Is he able to quickly react? And when you have good feet, you've got soft hands. And soft hand defenders are able to make tough plays look easy.
Here's Andrew McCutcheon to hit. And first offering is fouled off. Man at first, one away. Swing and a miss at one above the zone.
I think he was a little excited there, saw the fastball, but needed a step ladder to get to that one. He's going to have to tighten it back up if he wants to have a good at bat.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Happ on the move to the alley. Nabs it, and there are 2 outs.
Now batting, the first baseman, Spencer Horwitz.
Up next for the Pirates, Spencer Horwitz. Hit in the air, left field, and that'll get down for a hit. And now 2 aboard.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
And here is Nick Gonzalez.
0-1.
Two outs, couple of base runners at first and second. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
Well, they just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
On the ground to third. On to Horner. That ends the frame. Pirates strand a couple. They still trail it here. It's 6-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the ninth, and here's the catcher, Moises Ballesteros. Ferguson back to work. That's in there, and that is strike one. And that's in the dirt.
1 strike.
Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Now batting.
And now the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. Just missed.
No. 2-1.
Right through there for a strike. In the air, left field, down the line, and it's out of play, a foul ball. Not close with that one. 3-2 now. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. The 3-2 is outside, and it's ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Hammered down the line. Could be extra bases. Lead runner around second. Coming home. The relay to the plate, but it's offline.
No,
it's
safe.
7-2.
He was all over that one. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
1 out, runner at second. John Birdie, the next Cub to hit. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Rip to short. The throw to first.
You're out.
And he's out.
The batter, the right fielder, Kyle
Tucker. Now at the plate. He's already homered in this game. That's in there. Strike one. And he hits a ground ball right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Cubs pick up a run on the RBI double. It's 7-2. You're watching Pirates baseball on the show Pittsburgh. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Julian Merriweather.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
O'Neal Cruz getting ready to hit. And that one lifted in the air center field. Puts it away for the out.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch, man. He's going to want that one back, no doubt.
Andy Rodriguez, the next to hit. First pitch, and he just misses.
1-0.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And they're down to their last out. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh,
right
Tommy
fielder,
Pham.
Tommy Pham.
Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
No balls. 1 strike.
2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cubs come in here and finish off a 3-game sweep.
Start of a new month is a great chance to hit the reset button. Whether you're coming in hot or cold, getting that win today is a great feeling to continue through the rest of the month.
So fine.